one. Okay, yeah, right, it's the same one. Anyway. Okay, so it's February 7th, 10 after 10. I was trying to get that van over there. I didn't turn it on in time. I'm going up Sloop Creek Road. It was coming down Sloop Creek Road. Anyway, so I don't know what that means, but anyway. I'm going to the bank, like I said, like I just posted, to see about the overdraft feature on my debit card. And also, I seem to remember logging in yesterday to my TD Bank website. The amount of money in my account was $22.28 without deducting the checks. Deducting the checks of $11.95, I got $10.33. Unless my math is wrong, because I don't have a calculator anymore. Well, it's one on my computer, but anyway, I do a lot of it by hand. I got $10.33. Subtracting $10.33 from $15.99, which is what I spent yesterday, I got $4.66. So I don't understand why I'm $6.78 in the red. Unless I miscalculated. I'll double check when I get home. I'll ask them at the bank, actually. So that's $1.12 more than it's supposed to be, as far as I know. And the other odd thing, the video yesterday, this swaying back and forth like this, that's very odd. Because, I never noticed that before on any videos I did. Usually I have my card with me. Of course I didn't yesterday. But why this very noticeable swaying back and forth like this? I don't know. Because I'm not holding the camera any differently. Oh, there's my friend on the scooter, and he's wearing a Hess logo on his jacket. Like the gas station people. Hess. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, they own the Jets. I think they didn't Leon Hess own the Jets? He used to own the Jets. I think the late Leon Hess. I gotta put my gloves on again. There's also a Hess gas station on Route 9 across the street and down just a little bit, a few hundred feet or a few feet from Ocean Mental Health. It's across the street and Route 9 from Ocean Mental Health. Not too much going on here. So basically, I don't even, the thing, I said this before, I'm kind of tired of these videos, and it's time consuming. So maybe for one thing, I won't watch them. So it's just a question of how long does it take me to upload them and post them. And if I can do something. In the meantime, if I want to use my computer while that's, uploading while that's going on, that would be better. I basically think I can't. Well, even if I listen to the radio, which I have to do on the computer, it seems to interfere with the whole uploading process, or maybe that's my imagination. I don't know. So yesterday, and it occurred to me while I was in the Staples yesterday with regard to this new job. It said you need Word, but it didn't say which one. And considering the problem I just had with Word, I asked, when I sent the paperwork, I asked what version of Word. I have Word 2013, and she just said she would check on it. I haven't heard back. I got a call about another interview. Actually, they left a message. I called them back, but I didn't hear. And then I got another response to take a test, which I'm going to do when I get home. To apply, for another job, so that's another one. So I keep doing that until see what happens. It's actually, I looked at the weather, it's 29 degrees, so that's warmer compared to yesterday. So I did get the Hulu Plus. I got the Hulu Plus free trial, which obviously I'm going to have to cancel that. But that's why I'd like to look at as much as I can while I have it. You know. And here's a black cat. Here's a cat. Who do you belong to? Psst, come here. Yeah, I don't know. I hate to see these cats around. I always think, you know, like I'm a jinx on cats because I don't know if I told you how I used to feed this is going back a while. An orange. It was an orange and white cat. And I used to feed him. I thought it was a stray. But then he had a collar. But then, after a while, he disappeared. I never saw him. I never hear of him again. So, and I always think something bad happened to him. These cats that I feed. He was on the left by the abandoned house, red house. The black cat just now. I'm not talking about Rusty now. This was another cat. It's way back because Rusty's fine. Rusty went home. I'm talking about way back here. It's a while ago. Or even, I don't know if I told you about, way back when I first moved in here. Yeah. And then, but actually this happened after my father died. But the first neighbors who lived, the big gray house, was Debbie, a woman named Debbie and her kids. And the one daughter had a cat that got hit by a car. And, so at the time, and that cat used to come and sit on the back porch window and meow in the kitchen, of our house. He just meow. It got hit by a car. Anyway, And then they had another cat named Taz that got leukemia, feline leukemia, AIDS, whatever you call it. Feline leukemia, AIDS. And I was the one who noticed that the cat was walking funny. He was like, would lose his balance when he was walking. And I was the one who suggested that he go to the vet. And actually, I believe it was me and my father took him to the vet. And they said he had AIDS. Leukemia, whatever it is. Feline leukemia. But, you know. And then the cat we had, my parents and I had, the Jack, the black and white Jack, after Benny died, and Benny also was orange and white. After Benny died, we got Jack, the black and white Jack. And he was a stray, and he had long hair, and his hair was like a big mess of knots. It was just like a big mess of tangles and knots. And he was like hanging around the back porch, so we adopted him. He was an outdoor cat though. We let him out, you know. And he seemed to be fine. Then all of a sudden, turned out he had a heart murmur, and we took him up, my father and I, to the Garden State vet. That's where Jack, my current Jack, had his operation. The Garden State veterinary specialist. We took him up there, and the vet said he had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So, and it was just like, it was nothing like you needed to take any medicine for or anything, but and I used to feed him, I used to like feed him some people food, like chicken or shrimp or something like that. So he died. I remember when Jack, my black and white Jack, died. January 23rd, I believe it was, 2005. I had fed him some shrimp. So I had cooked some shrimp. Spoiled some shrimp. I gave it to him. He keeled over and died. As he was like right by my bed. He keeled over and I assume he died. I mean, he just had a seizure of some kind and died. And it had snowed or something, and everything was iced in. I know it was a Sunday, so the regular vet was closed. At that time, my vet was Lenoka Oaks. The regular vet was closed, and if I could have taken him to an emergency vet, and I still had my driving phobia then, or I had it then, so it would have been a question of driving to that emergency vet is in, is it Linwood? But anyway, it's down towards Atlantic City way. I forget the name of it. But anyway, I couldn't get out because not that I couldn't get out, but it was like, I'm sure it would have taken me hours, and I'm sure it wasn't like an emergency. So I actually put him in a bag, and he was just sitting in a bag for paper bag, overnight. Till Monday, I took his body to the vet, and at that time it wasn't Lanoka Oaks, it was still Veterinary Medical Services, the Yellow House. Yeah, it sounded like I said jailhouse on the other video. No, the Yellow House, and I showed it to you next to the new place, Lanoka Oaks. But so I took him there to the Veterinary Medical Services to be cremated. thanks. My checking account is $6.78 overdrawn.
Okay.
It's a new account. I did not sign up for the overdraft debit card overdraft feature, but I'd
Okay.
like to. Yeah. So I had a question. I had called. I called here earlier.
Okay.
She said I could add that feature. So right now I'm going to be charged $35 over. This is the information I got on the phone. I'm going to be charged $35 overdraft fee. That's going to be added on Monday. I can change this over to to include the debit card overdraft, but that would not be effective until Tuesday.
Right.
So I have 10 days to pay the $35 overdraft fee. If I don't pay it by then, I get another $20 fee. And at that point, she couldn't tell me what would happen, when my account might be closed if I don't pay that.
So what happens if, say you get hit with a 20,
Yeah.
if it doesn't get paid within 2 months, they close out the account and then it goes to collections.
Oh,
Yes.
really? So
Yeah.
in other words, okay. So then at that point, I would have a $55 fee, right?
Yeah, but you would have to eventually pay it in order to
Yeah.
get any type of account.
Right, I
Again,
understand.
yeah.
I understand
Yeah.
that, but okay. But the account wouldn't be closed for 2 months.
No, yeah, they give it 2 months.
Oh, okay. All right. So my another question is, I had looked at my account balance. I knew that the $11.95 for the checks was coming out.
Okay.
I looked at my account balance yesterday morning on the website. I had $22.28.
Okay.
I subtracted $11.95 for the checks. That I calculated that to be $10.33. That was actually in there.
Okay.
I bought something with my debit card yesterday for $15.99. Where did $6.78 come from? That doesn't seem to be the right arithmetic. I mean, I got $4.66.
Well, something from Staples is pending for $17.11, and then let's see your statement.
Staples?
Yes, Staples. So at the time.
Well, yeah, okay. I had the Staples, okay. So you're talking about some kind of tax, right? It must have been.
Oh, I don't know.
Because it didn't, that's not what, okay, so that must be what it is, because it wasn't on the
Yeah.
order that I printed out.
Oh, okay.
Which
I
is
didn't know
at
they taxed it
$15.99.
there. Yeah, so that's why.
That's what that is?
Yeah, so it equals out to the right amount. That's why. All right, so you're all set
okay.
up with debit card advance. Did you want to deposit anything today?
I don't have anything to deposit.
Okay.
Can I, so that's also, so it's effective.
As
So
long as you don't touch the account, you won't get hit with any other fees.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, so just don't use the debit card as of.
Yeah, well, I
Right
can't
now.
because there's nothing in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I would have to add, so anything I add would, so I would have to add the 35, and then plus there's my monthly fee. That's supposed to come out on the 22nd of the month, they told me, right?
Okay.
Is that also, that's also going to come out, right?
Yes. But you are set up now with debit card advance. So what happens with debit card advance, say you have like an emergency or something and there's not enough in the account, so what we'll do is we'll let you purchase it, but there will be a $35 fee afterwards. So that's what the debit card advance is.
Okay, but that's what just happened, right?
Well, no, instead of if you say you had
Unless
three
it,
purchases that were pending, we'll let you do it, but you only get hit with one fee instead of three.
okay, but I will get a fee in any case
Yes.
with this overdraft feature. I will get a fee, a $35 fee.
The only other option, but you don't have a savings at the time, is if you were to get a savings account.
Oh no,
It's
okay.
yeah,
I don't
that's the only other overdraft protection.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do while you're here?
No.
or- All right.
Okay, you should. Okay, she was doing her best to talk low, so I don't know if you heard her. But yeah, so there was a tax, which of course you would think there was a tax on the printer cartridge I bought yesterday. That was the $1.12. But it wasn't on the receipt. It wasn't on there. And I didn't think of that. I didn't think of it. It wasn't on the receipt that I signed in the store and he gave me. So I don't know. I don't even know what to do with that. I might have thrown it out. But the point is, it confuses, right? It's $1.12 more than you thought. Where did that come from? And of course, it's a maze of confusion. You know, being more, having your account balance be different and more to the point, lower than what you thought it was, right? So, in this case, it's the overdraft. But so. All right, so this is 35 minutes now, so I don't know, I'll let it run out then. But I'm going to do what I want to do on the computer first before I upload this. So I added this overdraft feature, and it allows you to purchase, you know, up to 3 purchases. That's what she said. And you get just one $35 charge, overdraft charge. But you still get an overdraft charge. I wasn't sure if there would be a delay on it or something for a certain amount of time, but that's not what she said. You do get an overdraft charge, which is actually just what happened to me. You know, I mean, I purchased it. But the only thing I can think of, you know, and again, you talk about confusion. Well, maybe I purchased it. There was enough money in there. Then the check fee, printing fee came out, you know. And so that's why. It could have been something like that. Because I didn't have the feature, like I said. But I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so I got it now. I'll see what happens when I get my check. I don't even know how much it's going to be. But I'm gonna try not to, because I do that a lot. Like it. Did I say this? I don't know if I said this on a video, but I just go from one thing to the other. Like, in other words, car insurance. I had Allstate for 30 years. I got mad at Allstate because they were raising their rates for the. Well, first of all, because of the. Well, what they told me was the increased cost of doing business in this part of the country. They raised their rates. Plus, I had a couple times I canceled the insurance. It didn't actually lapse, but I canceled it before I had the money to pay the next premium. So they raised my rates because of that. I got mad. I dropped Allstate. After 30 years I had them. Then I got Amica, and last year was when I ran into problems paying that, and they also raised my rates. Then I got Progressive, and yeah, so I didn't go back to Amica because I owed them a balance, right? So I got Progressive, and in fact, just the other day I was looking up car insurance. I looked up Progressive. They had a good rate. However, I owe them. I still owe them money. So of course I'm not going back there. I don't want to pay it back, an unpaid bill. So now I'm trying Geico. So that's what happens. I keep going from one to the other. So I'll see. And with the banks too. I had Ocean First. Well, that got totally screwed up. That was my regular bank. Besides just being my mortgage lender. And then I had Wells Fargo. Yeah. And now I have TD Bank, so now what's going to happen? I leave them and go somewhere else. So that's what it is. Well, you just go bouncing around. I'll see if I can keep this TD Bank. I'll try. But if I get too many fees tacked on, I can't. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just for the sake of not bouncing around so much. So as far as the, I thought the cell phone would help me with the security feature with the websites. It doesn't help too much because, for one thing, I put it on the Twitter, and I've been using it since I got the cell phone on the Twitter, and this morning, I couldn't get into my Twitter account with the password. And it was the right password. I tried it a couple times. Couldn't get in, so I had to do a new password. Reset it, through the link. So. And of course, the other point is that I use up money since I have a 10 cents a minute plan, Go phone. I use up money, so I'm going to have to, if it's not going to help me security-wise that much, I use it sparingly. And save it for more important things. Because that's the other thing. If you run out of money with the no contract phone, if you have no money, no minutes, you lose your phone number. So I don't know what it is now. I have to. That's another thing. They're supposed to send you a free message of your account balance. I haven't been getting that. Every time you have a transaction, like a text message or whatever. But I'm gonna look it up when I get home. I can look it up. Oh, but she did say, this woman in the bank said, the account stays open for 2 months if I don't pay. This is what I couldn't find out. She said the account stays open for 2 months. After 10 days, you don't pay the $35, you get another $20. After that, it stays open for 2 months. Then it goes into collections. That's what she said. But, I'm not, anticipating that, but I just would like to know, So the other woman, when I called on the phone this morning, and I spoke to the teller manager, her name was Nicole something, and I don't know her last name. She said Nicole. I asked, what happens? When does your account close? What happens after 10 days if you haven't paid it? She said, I don't know. They make that policy in the back office. And I don't have access to the back office. They don't have a number. Can't get in touch with them. Oh, the back office? That's what she said. I said, the thing is, I could document all this. That's all I would ever do. Nothing else. And I really have other things I want to do, But that's what she said. Nicole, teller manager at TD Bank. Bayville. Yeah, I said, what's the number for the back office? Oh, I don't have it. They don't give it out or something. It's ridiculous. Oh, there's a cat in the window there. Cat in the window. I don't have it. It's like the mysterious back office. You can't call them. You don't know what the policy is. You can't call them. Can't find out. They don't tell anybody. Oh, yeah? Oh. Probably a back office, right? Not the back office. There's no such thing as the TD Bank back office. Unless it's yeah, well, anyway. So now I should go, and that's the other thing I could do. I had the receipt for my printer cartridge, and I signed a thing, and he gave it to me, and it said $15.99. That's what it said, right on there. I think I threw it out, but that's the thing. I could get that, scan that in, say this and this is what they told me at the bank. They told me it was $17.11, which would include the tax. And of course, you would think it would have tax, but that's not what it said, and it didn't occur to me yesterday that it was wrong. It said $15.99. The point being, I could spend my whole life documenting this stuff, and I just have other things to do, and do it to a certain degree. Sure, I could probably hire 5 lawyers or something. Here's where the cat was, and he's not there now. So I hope he's okay. So I'm not sure who this woman was. It wasn't Nicole. She had a name tag on. She had a name tag, and I didn't see. I don't recall the name. It wasn't Nicole, though. It wasn't her. It wasn't that name. I'm not sure who it was. But it wasn't that name. I should have made note of that, right? It wasn't that name because I remember thinking that to myself. Is this Nicole? It wasn't. But I forget what the name was. I got something else about the mortgage as well. When was it? Yesterday. Oh, what was it? Was it, oh, I don't remember. I got it in my Gmail today. I got a notice that my new gas bill is out. You know, I just got a Gmail. I didn't look on the website. I don't know what it said. I don't know what it is or what it says. Yeah, it's frozen. It's not frozen solid, but there's an ice layer there. If that's what you want to know. How cold it is? Not as cold as yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was wearing my sweat jacket under my coat and I took it off because it was too cold. Light.